Hey y'all, welcome to today's video. This is going to be part one of my porch makeover. You see me here giving my porch a good scrub. This is where we start out. I turn around, I do the whole porch, the roof, I buy some new plants, found a table to work on, which you will see in a little bit, and I'm just really glad that you decided to join me today. If you like these kind of videos, home DIYs, decorating, and makeovers, please join me by subscribing to my channel. Thanks. I hope you'll come back and join me for more. Okay, so now that we've got that area of the porch scrubbed down, it's time to go ahead and rinse everything off. It's a little chilly outside today, so as the water is dripping down my arm and the roof, I'm getting a little cold. But I managed to get all of that sprayed off before having to take a break for the day. I have carpal tunnel syndrome and my wrists were really starting to bother me. So gave it a good spray down and then took a break. All right, here we go, unloading everything from the other side of the porch. Y'all, when I tell you that we had more junk and crap up here than what needed to be, no wonder this was not an enjoyable place to sit or hang out. So I'm going to start pulling everything down and removing it so that it doesn't get soaking wet while I go ahead and spray and clean. You see, I finally figured out how to stop going up and down the stairs and just chuck it over the side of the banister. A lot of stuff up here that doesn't need to be, including my son's junk in the back corner. Here I found my mop bucket, which had been sitting outside, so I'll wipe it off and bring it in the house. Those boxes have been in my attic for 17 years, so I got to figure out what I'm going to do with them. And move my flowers. I also, for my porch makeover, when I went thrifting yesterday, I found a really cool old table. I wanted something that was not extremely big. We do have an outdoor table that's glass, but it's too big to fit on our porch. Our porch is only 6 foot wide, so it's like kind of having to scoot past it. But this obviously was an old dinner table for somebody's family. It's a little jacked up at the moment. You can see it's got some blue paint on the top of it. See how it's twisted? But it has the ability underneath to open up and put a leaf in there. Obviously, we're not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sand it down and the legs and everything. Depending on how it looks, once all the paint comes off of it, I might actually make it, like leave it wood and stain it. But I'm thinking more than likely I'm going to go ahead and paint it. And what I'm going to do also is sand down the inside of this crack where the two pieces come together, and then put some wood glue and then push it together and have like tie something around it to maybe keep it together, and then sand it down again so that there's no lip or bump there. So this is going to be a project piece also for the porch makeover, and I'm excited to share that with y'all. See what I can get into and how well I'll do. So while my husband was outside picking up the heavier stuff and taking it off the porch, I brought my little lanterns inside to give them a good clean and change out the batteries. They were kind of funky from being left outside. I got these from Dollar Tree in the plus section. They were $5 each. Really like the colors of them. One is like that mint green. The other is like a darker navy. Kind of the colors that I'm going to be going with on my porch. So I'm giving them a good wipe down, and then I'll go ahead and change the batteries out on them. Here you can see me starting on the other side of the house and working my way towards the door. And right there you can see the table that is going to be my little project table. It's full of a bunch of wood slats that we cut out of a pallet. That's also another project for in my living room. And kind of glad that I did this porch makeover, because that made me have to move all those pieces out of the way so that I could get to where I needed to get to, which means I need to get working on those too. So I'll let you finish watching this part with just a little bit of some music. While I was working on spraying the house down, a lot of the little boards that I had cut were starting to get wet, as well as the table. So I took a few of them off the table and started working on them. I wanted to make sure they were cleaned and dried out before I brought them into the house for painting. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm giving them a good little scrub and putting them in the sun. And then once they're dried, I'll go ahead and bring them inside and stack them up until I can get to that project. We're going to do a colored palette wall in the living room, and I'm so excited to do that. So I needed to move the table out of the way so I could finish with the middle part of the house coming towards the door. I went ahead and put the rest of the little boards on the porch so that I could get them cleaned and attempted to start taking the table apart. However, right as I flipped it over, the other part of my video got lost, so I don't have that. So then the next thing is where I transition into the third day, and I start working on painting the shutters the same color as the planter pots. So I come on down and I checked my flower pots because I repainted them to make sure that all the scuff marks and everything were gone. Painted the inside really quick and then moved them off to the side. You'll see my husband come down and help me grab the rest of the plants out of the truck that I bought that I kind of forgot. And then I'll grab the shutters and get painting on them. I get through one pretty well and then turn around and run out of that particular color on the second one. So I ended up running out of paint. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot more after this because, once again, my video footage was not caught on my phone as I was recording. So this is going to be the end of part one. Hopefully you liked it, and hopefully you come back and see part two when I do some more and hopefully finish up. Hope everybody's having a great day. Love you. See you next time.